Hello there, my beautiful Pisces, and welcome to or back to your channel. This is your weekly love reading for this week of July 12th to the 19th. Stick around towards the end. I will be getting each zodiac signs, feelings, and actions towards you for the week. So let's see what your overall energy is for love this week, Pisces, and you have inner peace. So you are very, very focused on your internal compass this week, whether you're single, in a relationship, separated, whatever the case may be. It looks like you are working on staying internally balanced and peaceful despite what is happening around you or what is going on in any type of connection. Now, there could be this amplification that you are being called to finding more peace inside of you, to create more peace in your relationship, or, you know, when we are single and we are putting out that energy to attract, when you do work on your peace, there's a very high indication that you will manifest or attract somebody in that also makes you feel peaceful, right? Not chaotic, not conflicted, not uncertain. So no matter what your status is with love, it looks like your focus is really strongly on your internal balance and tranquility. Let's get some more details on your love life for the week here, Pisces. We have barrier, we have family, and we have reinvention. So this type of combination of cards screams inner child healing. There could be certain things that you are reflecting on, that you are going over, reflecting, reviewing. You know, we are in Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Cancer rules the 4th house of our roots. So you could be going through some type of inner child things, like going through what you went through that may have, you know, created some trauma inside of you, or some type of trust issues, or just like issues with maybe love or connection or emotions or commitment even. So it looks like you are working on breaking down your barriers and reinventing yourself in a strong position to align to love or align to a dynamic in a relationship that feels stable. Now, some of you could be actually in the process of wanting to have a family with someone at this moment, and working on how to do so, you know, removing the barriers around those types of things. If there's anything that has been holding the two of you back from starting a family or connecting stronger in that energy of conceiving. So if you've been trying to start a family, things along those lines, especially with inner peace coming through, a lot of the times, conception cannot happen in a stressful state of being. So if there is something you had to heal inside of you, you may definitely be focusing on that this week with you and your person, to not only reinvent self, but reinvent this connection in general. So it looks like I'm getting a lot internal stuff about you, so far in your love reading. So let's see what your overall energy is from the tarot and see if we can get more details of who's around you or who could be coming in or anything about your connection. We have daydreams and decisions with the 7 of Cups. All right, so you're really strongly in contemplative mode. You're like, how do I heal? How do I move on from these things? How do I remove the barrier? How do I reinvent myself to obtain a connection or a dynamic in a connection that feels different, that feels new, that feels pure almost? So 7 of Cups card does scream to me Pisces energy. You rule the dream state. You know, this card literally saying daydreams and decisions. Some of you may have options with love right now, and you are trying to choose who could be the best person for your internal world to feel stable. So if you're a single Pisces with options, you may find yourself, I don't want to say comparing, but just figuring out who could be best for you. But let's clarify this and open up your spread, because for some way, shape, or form, you do look slightly uncertain about something. But let's see. On the 7 of Cups, we have the 9 of Swords. So there's something you are stressing out. There could be something that's up in the air, right? If you want to start a family, if you're trying to become fertile, A lot of the times that could bring a sense of overthinking or uncertainty. Sometimes, especially the feminine energy will ask, like, what is wrong with me and my body? Things along those lines. Others of you, there could just be some up in the air, uncertain energy that is causing you a little bit of overthinking. Thankfully, you do have inner peace as your overall energy. But what's coming your way here is the 10 of Wands. There's that barrier being removed. Your influence is the Knight of Swords. What's unexpected is the Strength card. Your advice is the 8 of Wands, and your outcome is the Ace of Wands. So there is somebody here or coming in with the Ace of Wands being in your outcome. But for some reason, I don't know, Pisces, you look a little bit slightly all over the place, like emotionally or mentally. I feel like some of you have a barrier around your heart, you know, that you built. And as somebody comes in or an energy is around you to try to break down that barrier, some of you could feel a little bit uncertain. You have the Knight of Swords in your influence, so I do feel like you could have quick thought processes. Like some moments you think very quickly towards one direction, and then the other moment you think very quickly towards the other way. So there could be certain things where you almost feel like your mind is just doing too many things. Your mind is just thinking about too many things in too many different areas, which could definitely happen strongly for a mutable sign and a mutable water sign, even at that. But let's clarify this here, because it looks like somebody's trying to break down the walls around your heart, or at least they're hoping to. On the 10 of Wands, we have the 10 of Cups. We have the 3 of Pentacles, and we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, somebody is trying to change your perception on how you are viewing the connection, or how you're viewing love, or how you're viewing possibly something that you two are working towards. Somebody's really going to try to change the way you're seeing something, because you're seeing it through the lens of it creating stress for you and adversity for you. And this person is kind of like, why does it have to be stressful? Why does it have to be set in an anxious position? Why can't we work through it? Why can't things be built upon, resolved upon? I feel like an energy strongly of worked through. So I feel like somebody is coming in that is attempting to change your mind about how you view love, or change your mind about how you're viewing something specifically in the connection. And Hanged Man is your card. The 10 of Wands would be the barrier being broken down, but the fact that you have the Hanged Man kind of shows that although the attempt is there by this new person or this person that you're with, it doesn't look like it's that easy for you, if that makes sense. Let's see. Your influence with the Knight of Swords. There's the barrier with the 9 of Wands, the Emperor, the Tower, and the 4 of Pentacles. You may surprise yourself here. Although your position of perception seems a little bit difficult to budge, the moves this person makes towards you, you know, the Emperor is there with that chess piece indicating an action-oriented energy. You may find yourself surprised by wanting to open up or wanting to put down the barrier. The 9 of Wands is protecting themselves. The 4 of Pentacles is not opening up. They're not moving at all. They specifically are using these pentacles to block their heart chakra. So let's see, the Judgment card to the 10 of Pentacles. But the stability this energy brings you, or the stability this person shows you, may help you break down your walls around your heart. Strength in your unexpected position. This is where you're having a lot of self-control, a bit of sense of, all right, you know, people view vulnerability as weakness, but that is just a social construct. Energetically, vulnerability is strength. Having your heart, think about it this way. When your heart is closed, that means you feel like you're too weak to experience love. When your heart is open, you feel like you're strong enough to experience love. So the strength card being in your unexpected energy is you may find some strength inside of you to open up the heart. Queen of Swords, all right, to a certain degree. Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands, and the King of Wands. Okay. So I feel like there could be some type of communication and conversation that occurs with this person that helps you not feel so uncertain or anxious. If that makes sense, either the way this new person presents themselves or the conversations you have in the dynamic in your relationship around this time. It looks like this person is coming through like supportive, nurturing, and it's like they want to help you have a peace of mind about the connection or just about them in general, which may give you the strength to open up your heart. On the 8 of Wands and your advice, which is your advice to allow expansion here. Page of Swords, be curious of what this could be. 3 of Cups, allow your love to be shared. 5 of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Some of you, there's like a fear of abandonment. Some of you Pisces, you don't give people chances because you don't even want to see how it'll end up. You don't allow anything to go too far because you don't want to know if there's going to be a loss involved in this situation. But your advice is to give it a chance. Your advice is to see how things can newly manifest for you and this person, or for you in your love life in general. You're being called to be curious towards the positive instead of be mentally trapped by the negative thoughts. So there could be some mental strength you have to have this week too. Ace of Wands in your outcome with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Look at this. So definitely a new cycle for the two of you in a relationship. I mean, you do have reinvention, so there could be a nice transformation between you and your person where you come out of a stressful mode, move into a much more lighter energy, more emotional energy, more opened energy. There's that heart chakra opening up and the passion being instilled. Like I said, single Pisces, you may have options. Some of you got 3 options. I don't know. If that's your case, you're going to have to figure out who they could be talking about in this reading. But others of you Pisces, definitely really strong renewal, restoration of peace in the connection if things have felt off. Sparks being sparked, and there could be some type of emotional confessions that come out of it. And it could be both. It could be you open up, they open up, and there is a nice exchange. But I've never seen 3 aces in the outcome for a love reading before, especially back to back to back. Usually if I do see aces come through like that, there might be like a middle card that comes through that's like a different card. But the fact that you have 3 aces in your outcome really does show that there is a new level for your relationship, or definitely new people or people around you coming in for sure. And your advice with the 8 of Wands to the Page of Wands can give me slight internet energy. Some of you could meet somebody through the internet or meet somebody in like a way that is kind of like out of the ordinary, or like an uncommon way of meeting. So in terms of zodiac signs in your spread that could be around you or in your birth chart, you do have Leo, you do have Pisces, and Scorpio. So let's see. Now we are going to go to your second half of the reading, all the way from Aries to Pisces. We're going to look into each zodiac sign's feelings and actions towards you for the week. Take what resonates with this portion, leave the rest behind. You know, you can resonate to the main spread, but not the all signs portion. You can resonate to the all signs portion and not the main spread. But this is a really nice reading of renewal in your world. And I feel like this connection, this relationship, or this person, they're going to match that sense of inner peace. I don't get that this individual is like chaotic or stressful, or at least this new level doesn't seem like it is, or at least this new cycle, I guess you could say. All right, so here we go. Aries, towards you. So many things remind me of you, and the 7 of Wands. So Aries is struggling with this connection to a degree. They're getting reminded of you a lot. They're reminiscing over this connection a lot. They could be even missing you a lot. And with the 3 of Pentacles here, they may have an attempt to fight for this connection or fight to make it work between the two of you here. They could also want to collaborate on something and like they're not giving up on it. Taurus, I wish things could be different, and the Sun. So, okay, why is the Sun here? The 5 of Swords. There could have been this energy of truth coming out between the two of you, that there are things that you two need to give up on and work through instead of fighting it. They wish things could be different in whatever way, shape, or form. And I feel like they wish that there was resolution or like balance or like happiness, useful energy, you know, that playful energy brought back into the connection. So if you and your Taurus have been butting heads or maybe not agreeing on things as much, they wish that you two could resolve for sure. Next, or some of you, this combination of cards actually makes sense for fertility. If you and Taurus are trying to become fertile and become pregnant, Taurus could wish that that could happen. Next up is Gemini. I can't stop thinking about you, and the Emperor. So Gemini feels like you are their one, you are their person. They can't stop thinking about you. And with the Emperor, they want to make moves towards this connection to see it grow, to see it commit, and to see it stabilize. They are definitely thinking about you nonstop. And they want to show you that, tell you that, or approach the connection in a way of showing you their maturity and stability. Some of you, a Gemini, may try to step up for this connection this week. Cancer, I left before you could leave me, and the Devil. So some abandonment issues between you and Cancer with the Page of Wands. I feel like if there's distance or disconnect that happens between the two of you, it's out of fear. And then the Page of Wands comes in to reconnect because there's still passion, because there's still chemistry. So there could be a little bit of a back and forth needed to heal between you and a Cancer that seems like it's good one day, that's not good another day. And there could be that fear stems from some type of abandonment issues. Leo, I hope that you can forgive me one day. And the Queen of Swords could be receiving a very logical apology from a Leo around this time. It may not be very vulnerable. It may not be very sugarcoating, but it definitely does come from an intentional space. So you may definitely receive some type of apology from a Leo who has been distant or have been trying to control their energy, where it seems like they are more open to some type of compromise resolution for maybe something that they said or did, or maybe their reaction on something. Virgo, I lost myself for a little while, and the Three of Swords. So some type of heartbreak energy between you and a Virgo, that there's an attempt to the star of being healed. So if this connection fell off or weird or uncertain, it looks like this week there is some type of healing, big healing with the star being restored. And you know what's interesting is Virgo is your sister sign. And Virgo and Pisces would be considered heaven and earth, their sister signs. And the star is actually heaven and earth too. Heaven would be the water being placed into the pond, and earth would be the water being placed into the ground, the grass. So there definitely looks like there is some type of really strong energy of attempt to heal, attempt to come back together, or an attempt to maybe resolve something where it's like it's meant to be healed between the two of you. Next up is Libra. I wish I could share my good news with you, and the King of Cups. So there is something that Libra wants to share with you, but they are not doing so just yet. But with the Ten of Wands here and the Magician, it does look like Libra will eventually express something that they want to tell you. It could be something that has to do with them. It could be something that has to do with the connection. This type of combination of cards could be that Libra has like a surprise up their sleeve, and they want to like keep the element of surprise towards you. So some of you could be surprised by a Libra this week. Scorpio, I hide behind material things and the moon. So Scorpio is hiding their feelings behind either like gifts, things that seem like material or physical opposed to like emotion. And that could be Scorpio's way of expressing themselves on a level that makes them feel comfortable. But there is some type of wish fulfillment connected to feelings between you and a Scorpio this week. So you may see more of Scorpio's feelings either through that or through some type of, I want to say maybe indirect expression. Next is Sagittarius with I want to feel that way again, and the Four of Wands. So Sagittarius wants to feel connected to you. They want to feel stable with you. They want to feel committal with you. And with the Four of Wands to the Knight of Swords, it looks like they are trying to get back to that space very quickly. So if there has been something that messed with the joy and the stability of this connection, Sagittarius is like, no, we must get back to a happier space. Capricorn, I am so attracted to you, and the Two of Swords. So Capricorn has high attraction towards you here, Pisces. Two of Swords to the Seven of Cups. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of up in the air energy with them emotionally. It's like they have feelings for you or they feel something towards you, but they could be very uncertain of how to express that or how to relay that to your energy. Page of Cups shows that they will attempt to do it, but Page of Cups towards a Pisces could feel slightly shallow, if that makes sense. Not that they are shallow, but the way that they're expressing it could feel like, you know, towards a Pisces may be like, you can get a lot deeper than that. And next up is Aquarius with I wish I could take back my words and the Five of Pentacles. So Aquarius did or said something that caused a sense of abandonment or disassociation. Seven of Swords, possibly there was some type of deception involved. But with the Page of Pentacles here, Aquarius is ready to apologize. They're ready to restart. They're ready to see if you two can start over and if you will take their offer to reset the connection. But free will is a thing. Just because they're making the offer doesn't mean everyone's going to take it. And lastly, we have Pisces. You don't know how hard it was to let you go, in the Eight of Wands. So there is some type of conversation between you and a Pisces. This week, there could be some conversations about like, okay, should we continue this? Should we not continue this? Should we move forward? Should we expand? Is this meant for us? Is this not meant for us? So there could be some serious conversation between you and fellow Pisces this week about the connection. The combination of cards doesn't necessarily fully show me a letting go of the energy. This type of combination of cards gives me like, you don't know how hard it was to let you go, and like, if this is like a long distance situation, maybe some of you had to say bye to them for a second. I don't really get like a full breakup situation, maybe a small percentage of you. But it looks like there are things to talk about, and there's possible like travel that's away from each other, where there's like a longing of the connection, where you two may only be able to communicate over physical connection, at least for the moment. But let's make sure everyone's out here for you, Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, Pisces, thank you for being here and for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell. We do these readings once a week if you enjoy them. And I will see and talk to all of y'all very, very soon. Have a good one. Bye now, Pisces.